podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
See, I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to be the best.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. To be one champion, one face, one name. His name's Deontay Wilder. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
It's the fact that I've been one that keeps everything on. It's
110%. There's no doubt in my mind. That fight will happen. There's no doubt in my mind. I'll beat Wilder as well.
I'm scaring heavyweights each and every time. Don't you see it? You know, I am the most feared. And if I'm not, then I want somebody to shut me up. I want somebody to prove that to me. I want to be proven wrong.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside my co-host, Helen, from all parts of the globe. We are here to talk some international boxing. That's right, international. We're crossing the pond, or is Anthony Joshua crossing the pond over to Big Baby Miller's territory? We're hearing that offers have gone out, and Big Baby is saying that they're right on the money to getting this thing settled. It's looking like Big Baby and Anthony Joshua. Could we believe it? Say it ain't so, or is it the truth? Is Joshua going to make his debut in America finally? You already know, man. If you want to call in and voice your opinion, the number to call 1-425-569-5241. If you're into boxing talk, this is the place to be. Go ahead and download that Skype app. It's free. Add Nestor Gibbs and let us know what's on your mind. Obviously, you're not into talking. You're not into giving your
Mike, you there?
Okay, I'm just hey.
I was
I want to make sure, like,
oh man,
is it just me or is it my internet?
I think he froze up.
Keep on talking. And
yeah, we're live.
Make sure, see if we're live or not.
Got it. So, what is up? What is up, everybody? We are bringing you this news. It developed really quick yesterday. I won't say really quick, but what happened was, we got some interesting social media posts from Jarell Miller. He said some interesting things, but Greg Cohen had gave an interview with ESPN, and essentially it looks like they're close. And not only are they close, but the details seem to be, as Ness had alluded to, that Anthony Joshua and Jarell Miller will be heading for a clash in June, possibly in America. And that's what it looks like. Greg Cohen, who co-promotes Big Baby, gave that information. But before we even jump into it, one of the things that I will say, because Ness did say that the money seems more than right, or he made a comment like that, I will say Big Baby said something interesting on one of his posts. He said that he is looking to go for legacy over money, right, Mike? And to me, that kind of suggests that the money isn't like all it could be. Obviously, it's better than anything else he could possibly get right now. Obviously. That said, I think there is a little bit of him like daring to be great. Like, I think he could have maybe prolonged the negotiations. There could have been some back and forth. And for all we know, there is still a little bit back and forth. It's not finalized. Until it's finalized, we don't know what they're doing. But right now, they seem to be heading towards a clash. But what's crazy to me is that, there's still this like Dillian Whyte thing in the back of my head. So I don't really know. I'm really not sure. But Mike, I don't know what your take is on it. I just really feel like Dillian Whyte's still not out until they announce it flat.
Absolutely, man. Dillian Whyte's not out the running until I see Big Baby and Jarell Miller announced. But it does say something about Jarell Miller that even though this probably would be his biggest payday ever, he's not going out there and trying to hold up the bank. You know what I'm saying? He's going out there and say, hey,
4 million, 3 million, whatever. Hey, I take that because I understand it's about legacy in the long run. And I've been wanting Anthony G. Strain Joshua. Did y'all see his post last night from IG? He went on like a little tirade, you know what I'm saying? So
was it
like
IG live or a post? Can we replay it?
I gotta look at it. Hold on 1 second.
No, I don't think it was an IG live. I think it was a post. At least that's the way it showed up on the chat. But yeah, you know, Ness, I while you were gone, I made the comment because you did say it looks like the money's right, or you said something along those lines. And one of the points I made, I don't know if you saw, Big Baby said that while the money's there enough for the fight, that this is more about legacy than money. This fight's more about, right now the deal's more about legacy than money, which suggests to me that the money isn't all that it could be. I think that, you know, he probably expected more maybe, but that he's going after legacy. He's chasing this guy. He wants to fight him, so he'll take less. So the question to me is like, is he getting paid or is he getting played? Joshua obviously has a reputation at this point of lowballing his competitors, or opponents, possible opponents, in order to get the best possible deal. You know, he's trying to beat them out of the ring and in the ring. And so to me, I think that Big Baby's the kind of fighter who would step up to the challenge. You know, he'll take that less money. I know Ness always uses like Mayweather De La Hoya as an example, Canelo Mayweather as an example, guys that, you know, took less to get the big fight, to dare to be great. And so I think that's what Big Baby's doing. At the end of the day, hope it does get finalized, even though I would rather see the Dillian Whyte, and I still don't think that's fully out of the water. June, New York, that would be amazing.
So Big Baby posted on his IG page, a lot of people are in love with fake shit, rather it be fake boobs, fake butts, or even fake people. And their personality like this bozo, Anthony G. Strain Joshua. One thing I can always say, I've been real from the start. Do or die. So tell this clown make his mind up so I can know when to start my cheeseburger diet for this fool. Watch me work. And Dillian Whyte, want to fight? Make your mind up. You holding shit up. You ugly beef patty in the face raccoon.
Yeah, he holding shit up because that's who AJ really wants to fight. You know, it's more money for him if he fights Dillian Whyte than coming to the U.S. and fighting Big Baby. And that's the kind of the issue that Dillian Whyte is having. He's like, bro, they offering me $5 million. I'm hearing it's $5.2 million. Y'all seen that report?
I have seen a couple of numbers actually, but
I heard it was like,
I can't hear you.
I said, I thought I read the offer for Dillian was like $5.2 million.
4 million pounds. So they're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the numbers that I heard. And they've all been relatively close to that. But I will say
perspective real quick. Don't just gloss over that, right? Like no title and a loss. Compare that to Wilder's 12 million flat. I'm just saying.
Well, Greg Cohen made a really interesting point to Dan Rafael in their interview. You know, because the point is this: Miller could end up being one of Joshua's mandatory challengers if they don't get the deal set up. And obviously, we know that, you know, when you're the mandatory, certain economic factors are in play. So there is some, I guess, leverage on the Miller side to get a deal set up, because I don't think the Joshua people want it to go there. But Cohen did say this to Dan Rafael: it's not just the economics, and again, Greg Cohen is Big Baby Miller's co-promoter. It's not just the economics we're working out for this fight. There's the rematch if Jarrell wins. When you're in elective defense, there are other components you have to deal with that you don't have to deal with when you're the mandatory. But if Joshua wants to come to America, and it's unlikely he can get a fight with title holder Deontay Wilder because it looks like he's going to do the rematch with Tyson Fury, then I don't think there's another option for him other than Jarell Miller, his best option by far, especially if he's going to come to New York. So those are the economics that they're talking about, you know, as far as him being a mandatory versus him being an elected defense. So it's a smart business play by the Joshua camp. And I can't say enough how smart they are with this guy. His team, he just has such a smart team. So for them to come and make the elected defense before it becomes a mandatory, it helps them out. Although it does make negotiations a bit more complicated because like the automatic rematch or a rematch clause that Joshua would have installed, so it's definitely smart. But we talked about on the show yesterday, how does this affect Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury if they're in New York, which, rumors are leading to that. You got other pay-per-views set up and things like that. So money's going to be spent between boxing fans, between pay-per-views, live fights, travel, where does this sit? I really don't think that this is going to have much impact on some of the sooner fights. But if you gotta choose between traveling to Canelo and Danny Jacobs, Tyson Fury, Wilder, Joshua, and Miller, those are decisions you have to make. You know what I mean? Especially if two of them are in New York. For UK fans, they're going to be. I don't know where they're going to lie. I don't know where their allegiances lie. Do you go see Wilder? Do you go see that fight, which to me is a 50-50 fight, versus Joshua, who I think should beat Miller, but it's still an interesting fight. I don't know where their allegiances lie, though.
That is the issue, man. That is the issue. If they announce this, we're looking at June 1st. And, we were talking about Wilder Fury being intelligent, trying to announce their fight. What if AJ comes out, announces this week, all those Brits will buy tickets to this New York fight for June 1st. And then they're going to have to come over here twice for Fury. Fury and Wilder better hurry up. It is a race right now for New York City. I know that the euro is worth more than the dollar, but I don't know if that means that they're going to travel twice in a 60-day span.
I wouldn't say it's a race for New York. I think it's just a race to announce who's going to be first. When you announce, you're playing first, you put the pressure on the other.
Not really, because you could steal the shine, right? Like, if your announcement's bigger, right? So let's say AJ announces, do the public accept that fight more than Fury Wilder, or would they be happier with Fury Wilder when that get announced and it kind of overshadows AJ Miller?
That's a good point.
It could be vice versa. It could be like, this is fresh. This is new. AJ Miller is fresh and new, while Wilder and Fury, we had that. It's leftovers. It's Tupperware.
I've corresponded with quite a few UK listeners and just overall UK boxing fans on Twitter over the past week. And the one thing that excites them about Miller Joshua is that it is fresh, that it is new. It's not Dillian Whyte that we've seen. It's not Fury and Wilder, which we've seen. So you're absolutely right, Ness, 100%. I think that the freshness of it makes it intriguing. But I think ultimately what it boils down to is like, do you want to see, Thurman Porter, or do you want to see Canelo in kind of not a showcase, but kind of something like that? Like, that's what it boils down to. You have the biggest star in Joshua. Do you want to see him with all the glitz and glamour that comes along with being that type of A-side, or do you want to see a fight? Two guys that have already put on a show, I say a show. The fight wasn't like the best in the world. Like, it wasn't nonstop action from round 1 through 12, but it was a great fight, especially if you're a hardcore boxing fan, which I think most UK fans are. They are hardcore boxing fans. They love the sport. They love their fighters. And so I don't think that there's been a time in recent years in boxing where the UK market has dictated so much or has depended so much upon them about economics in America. You know what I mean? Because we're going to talk about both these fighters fighting Americans, Fury and Joshua, and who are the UK fans going to travel over to see? Where is their dollar going to go to? Ultimately, if I had to bet, I think it goes to Joshua. I really do. I would rather see Tyson Fury Wilder. That's where my interest goes. But I think that Joshua is the bigger star. I think they're going to follow that guy to the end of the moon and back.
I think the general American public is going to know more about the Wilder Fury because they seen
Absolutely.
it. Especially, it was a little viral sensation on IG. If you announce Big Baby and Jarell Miller, I don't know if the American public is going to necessarily know those guys off the top of their head like they would Wilder Fury.
Definitely, man. I mean, I agree with you, Mike. You made a good point. That fight's been promoted over here. They did the 3-city press tour to promote those guys. AJ will have to do equally the same, but it still won't have the backstory buzz of Wilder Fury. It still won't have the Undertaker knockdown or Rising. You know, it still won't have the controversy. So, yeah, maybe more Americans will be more familiar with Wilder and Fury.
And I'm a fan of DAZN, but not a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, just say, hey, yeah, I got DAZN. I got DAZN. You got some real hardcore boxing fans that don't even have DAZN. You know
You're absolutely right.
So imagine like the general public, you know what I'm saying, the general person that they like the who? And no disrespect to DAZN because
not at all.
But
they're a great product, Mike.
Yeah.
They are. They're a great product. We've shown them love on. Well, okay, I'll say I think they're a great product. Okay, yeah, they're good. Like, are they HBO? No, but they're in their infancy. You know what I mean? Like, they're still brand new. They're still learning things. But you're absolutely right. It's a different type of platform. Look, I was in Houston covering the fight this weekend, right? And my brother, we have fight parties. He had a fight party over here. Bro, he's texting me at the fight because he doesn't even know how to watch it. He's like, it's on my phone. Like, how do I get it to the big TV? I'm like, bro, there's an app. No, there's not. If the app's not working, oh, it's lagging. Oh, where can I get the Apple TV? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this thing where, I mean, even my brother, who's younger than I am and understands, that kind of world better than I do, still had trouble getting that fight set up for everybody to watch. You know what I mean? And I can tell you that if those people that were at my house, which mostly are casual boxing fans, if they weren't there, they wouldn't have seen Munguia fight. They wouldn't have seen him. They might not even known he was fighting. You know what I mean? So that's a big deal. I do want to say, though, real quick, that there are still several reporters saying that Dillian Whyte is still in play. They acknowledge the fact that Hearn has had trouble closing that deal. But I listen, I've never come on this show. I've never come on this show or stated in public that I know everything about boxing or that I pick fights 100% or that I know how everything's going to go down or that my record of picking fights is this and this and this. I don't know everything about boxing, but I do know that when I have gut feelings, a lot of times they're correct. And for whatever reason, I have this gut feeling that we are going to see Joshua Dillian Whyte. I still think that that's going to be the fight we see, even though it seems like I'm wrong, even though people are reporting otherwise. I don't know. I can't let the idea go that we're going to see that fight. It just seems it's just there. It's still there. And so a lot of people are reporting that that fight's not dead yet. So we'll see. We'll see where this all turns up.
But honestly, what fight is bigger? Is Dillian Whyte AJ bigger than AJ Miller? And if so, then it's probably best you do Miller first, because once Wilder Fury gets out of their fight and there's a definitive winner, you still need another negotiation pawn to use as leverage. You still need Dillian Whyte to say, hey, we'll fill up Wembley if you guys don't play fair.
They probably won't even have to do that, man, because whoever takes this fight, you know what I'm saying, is more than likely going to have to take care of a mandatory next.
Well, I'll put it to you like this.
Be AJ or be Wilder, they're going to have a mandatory next. So
you're absolutely right.
And Usyk can move up and call his WBO mandatory right away.
That's sexy.
Or Bob Arum could work something out and get Pulev IBF mandatory. So if Dillian Whyte really wants this fight, and it sounds like the ball is in his court because Jarell Miller said, hey, you're the one that's holding things up. So
I will say this, though, okay? I think that Dillian Whyte Joshua is the bigger fight, because Ness asked that question. But in all honesty, and I could be wrong, and I'm happy to have UK fans call in and tell me I'm wrong. I honestly feel that the Joshua Miller fight is more important right now for Joshua's career as a whole. Not that he's fighting Miller per se, but that he's fighting an American on American soil. I think that exposure is so much more important right now. The Whyte fight will be there, and it's going to be just as big now as it would be, at the end of the year. Okay. And assuming Whyte, takes softer touches to make sure he holds on to that, right. It'll be there, and it'll be just as big. But the momentum that could be created with finally getting Joshua on American soil and exposing him to the American fans in such a major way, that would be huge, especially on that New York market, I think. I don't know, Mike, you
Yeah, man. I can see where you're going from it. Because look, man, at the end of the day, whichever fight we get, be it Whyte, I'm happy with it. I just want these people to go ahead and make their mind up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for the Wilder Fury 2 announcement. Been waiting for AJ to make his announcement. Waiting for Dillian Whyte to maybe make us a surprise announcement. Who knows? But something has to happen. Either, to me, in my opinion, by the end of this weekend, we only have a couple days left. So,
I think the frustration stems from the fact that, look, we do these shows every morning, and in the last few weeks, we've reported that Fury and Wilder, not reported, but we've gone off the assumptions that Fury Wilder's dead in the water, that Joshua Whyte is all but certain, that Joshua and Fury is more likely than Fury Wilder. Like, we have had such a roller coaster ride with all of these key players that you're absolutely right. Like, the time is now. Like, stop keeping us on the hook. But that said, I really feel like Joshua, for him to, at the end of the day, make his American debut, it was worth the wait. You know what I mean? It was worth the wait for him to decide on that, because he could have easily just picked a fight in the UK. But even though like I said, even though the Whyte fight is bigger, I think that it's more important to Joshua's career that he fights in New York. And so it was worth it at the end of the day for him to take his time to secure this fight, or on these terms.
Yeah, I mean, I think things fell kind of in their lap. It's more like, all right, this is the perfect time. Canelo's on a platform. Canelo fought in New York. They went and did their media tour, so to speak, by being there for Canelo. He got the same media press that he would have gotten if he did a one city press tour, right? Essentially, that's what it was. I think that they were laying the groundwork, laying the groundwork for what's to come. I still believe you, though. I still believe that Dillian Whyte is an option, but I think that because he's such a big option, they're holding him. They're gonna hold him. They need him for when Wilder Fury winner emerges.
Well, you said it perfect earlier.
Hold them, and you can lose them.
Well,
if you don't play your cards right away, who knows if Dillian Whyte's going to take that snubbing again?
Yo, Eddie got the dollars that he could easily get Dillian Whyte the WBA title, interim or regular shot versus Trevor Barrett. Brian,
they got a tournament coming up.
Doesn't matter, man. You pay like your way. He's cool with the WBA, remember?
Yo, listen, I think you said it earlier the best. At this point, I think if you're going to fight Miller and Whyte this year, I think you're better off fighting Miller first in New York on American soil, because the Whyte fight will be there. Like, if you fight Whyte now, I'm not saying that the Miller fight is any less exciting, or that him coming back to America, or him coming to America later this year, isn't any more exciting. But the quicker that you get yourself on American soil, the quicker that you expose yourself in your career to American fans, the better you're going to be. And especially at the Mecca, well, I shouldn't say the Mecca because we don't know where it's going to be, but especially at the heart of where boxing in America was founded, in New York. There's so much sentiment there. There's so much nostalgia. Yes. There's just so much everything there, and he needs to be there.
You know what DAZN probably going to try to do? try to run that little link of heavyweight lineage that been through New York, and here's another one, and Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a nice little montage.
Hell yeah!
If that fight does happen at the at Madison Square Garden, where a lot of big fights have happened at, man, especially early on.
That would be dope if it happens there. That would be so cool.
I mean, it would have to happen at Madison Square Garden because the Barclays got a exclusive partnership with PPC.
That's true. Yeah, I wore my Muhammad Ali shirt, for the show because it was like, man, I truly believe we're entering an era of boxing, heavyweight boxing that like is going to define this era. I'm actually working on a video for Fight Night Champions because there's a lot of reports that Fight Night Champions 2 is going to, come out, or they're going to develop it or whatever. And so I've been working on some stuff. I've been doing some research. And the one thing I thought about was this: every single fight night that has come out, it's like focused on, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Sonny Liston, all these incredible heavyweights, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, right? But every time these titles came out, every time these games came out, it was like the heavyweights on there. They were never like the heavyweight fighters that are active. They were never showcased in any kind of big way, and rightfully so. You had Chris Arreola on the last one, you had Klitschko on the last one, but how awesome would it be to have like a Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and a AJ on it? Like, they're going to define this era of heavyweights. I truly believe that my kids' are going to get Fight Night Champions round 70, and they're going to be like, oh, Grandpa, Deontay Wilder's the unlockable character. Oh, man, like AJ's the unlockable character. Yeah, these are the guys. Like, to them, it's going to feel the way that I felt when I got to play with Mike Tyson or when I got to unlock Muhammad Ali. Like, they're going to feel that way about Deontay Wilder and AJ and Fury and White. And maybe they all won't hold the same, clout, but I truly believe that AJ, on the back of AJ and Wilder, this heavyweight division is just going to soar.
And that's what I can understand for the love of me. Right now, video games are at an all-time high. Kids are making extreme amounts of money online, and I just don't know why boxing don't have their own little game. You can cut a check to the PBC, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn.
That's the thing is them checks, them license fees.
You only got a couple before.
Nah, that's what you think. You think you cutting it to the promoter. Why does the promoter own the likeness of the fighter?
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I know it's true. That's why it's not as easy as you think. But let's get to these callers, man. I was
going to say,
go for
it. NBA, NFL, same way. They pretty much,
man, different.
LeBron, it legitimizes those sports,
bruh. Don't say it's not different when LeBron plays for the NBA. He doesn't play for the Lakers, okay?
But those fighters fight. Those fighters fight for the promoter.
For what? They don't fight for nothing. There is no NBA of boxing. That's why I said Frank Warren. 2K, excuse me. That's why 2K could go to the NBA, because the NBA owns those dudes. They own them. That's why they have to wear what they say, what they tell them to wear, and everything. They have guidelines and rules and everything. What rules do the boxers got? Per state commission, Michael. Not
I wasn't saying
in the world.
I wasn't saying by commission. I was just saying by promoter. I thought maybe there was a way you could maneuver past all the gray areas.
How? Listen, all right.
I understand what you're saying.
Great. By promoter. So who do we go for Mikey?
Bro, I understand what you're saying, though, bro.
But poor Mikey gonna be left out because he chose to deal with himself.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Subscribe to youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Mikey fuck around, get his own chick.
Let's go to Mastermind. Javier in
Alabama.
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
Javier, what up, man? What up? What up?
Yeah.
We're going to get back to you, Javier, when you settle your whole window down issue. Come on,
I ain't
baby.
got no window. I don't got my window down. I'm talking through the phone. I'm just in a heavy rain.
That was my next one. Is it raining?
Hey, it's raining hard as hell here in Alabama, actually. But I'm on my way home from work. I'm just calling in. Hey, I'm gonna agree with Mario though. We might be getting in a new golden age of heavyweight boxing. Because I just thought about it, like Joe Joyce finna get his setup fight with Stavern just to be the former heavyweight champion. If he be the former heavyweight champion, now he gonna say he in the running. Kornacki just put hands on Gerald Washington. We got all these other heavyweights that's already at the top. Luis Ortiz still floating around. Joseph Parker's still out there. Like, bro, it's a lot of heavyweights that's out there that's up and coming and shit. Like, so it's a lot to look forward to, but it's also gonna be a lot that might get in the way if these dudes keep coming up too. It's gonna make it harder to get an undisputed a fight if say AJ be like, you know what, Joe Joyce just came up and I wanna have a huge UK fight with Joe Joyce. Put two Olympians in the ring together and see what we get. He might want to do that. So it's a lot that can happen with how many heavyweights we got. So
cut it. That would be dope.
Going out the mastermind, Joseph in Texas, talk to me. Joseph?
He just sent in the chat, Blog Talk working. I don't know if he meant to say Blog Talk not working. I don't know.
Well, Joseph, maybe that isn't working since we went to you. You're not listening or whatever. We're going to go to Idris on... Actually, Steve, talk to me. Sorry, Idris, you're next. Steve, talk to me.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How
right?
are you?
Yeah, not bad. I just want to quickly touch... I didn't want to talk about this, but I want to touch on the Fight Night Champion thing that Mario brought up. This guy did a video on it, and he said basically all the boxers, they've got to be paid by EA Sports who do... You know, they hold the rights to the games. They've got to pay them individually. So they got to pay Joshua to be on the game. They've got to pay Deontay Wilder, every single boxer. That's why it's so hard to make a boxing game and why they haven't done one since 2011. So that's basically the thing in the way, which is really annoying.
Yes, sir.
But I'm hoping that they make one again soon. Yeah, I'm really excited about this fight if it happens. The Jarell Miller, Joshua one. I would have been happy either way, really. It would have been a win-win-win-win for me because I'd have been happy if he fought Wilder because that's the fight I really want. I'm a fan of Dillian Whyte, so I'd have been buzzing for that. I'm a fan of Miller, so I'm happy with this. And if he fought Fury, it would have been a great heavyweight showdown. So, yeah, really looking forward to it. I think on my last call I said, you know, Miller didn't take that fight, and you guys said I was reading too much into it. I said he's probably got that Joshua fight. I reckon Eddie Hearn told him not to take that fight and said you might get the golden ticket, you know, if things are looking that way. So I reckon that's what's happened. So
yeah, I think that they wanted to give him a little touch up, you know what I'm saying, before they announced the Joshua thing. But
Miller said that he wants a really good, you know, training. He wants to give it all because it's a big step up for a minute. You know what I mean? He's taking on the #1 guy. It's a big step up. He wants a full, you know, training camp for this. Taking it really seriously, and yeah, I can't wait.
That's the one advantage Joshua is going to have on both of these guys. I mean, he's already training because he's going to fight. So,
thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
So, yeah, let me connect again with them. In the meantime, let me go to live on Skype. Bunch of letters, B's, and all that stuff, you know. Someone who didn't take the time out to give us a username. BFOE on Skype. Going once. BF, going twice. All right. Going to Idris. Talk to me.
Yes. What, can you man hear me?
We hear you,
my
brother.
connection, I think
We
so.
hear you. We hear
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Do you know what I think? Do you know what? I think I'm coming to New York for that fight, man. I think that's a good enough fight for me to come over to. I'm not gonna lie. Jarell Miller gives me the impression that he genuinely wants to become the heavyweight champion. He thinks he will, and I like that attitude. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the impression I got.
You just like that he took the low ball offer, man. Get out of here. You like that he repeating the same shit Josh was saying, which is, oh, I'm gonna take the short money because I'm a dare to be great. Get out of here with that whack shit.
Yes. On my life, I always considered Jarell Miller a threat. I've never looked at the people he looked at, and I've seen the way he fights. My opinion, everyone is different. I always thought of all people, he was definitely a threat to both Wilder and Joshua. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's a tough fight. That's the reason why I'm looking to come to New York myself. You get me? Apart from that, yeah, I like the other fights that are being made. I think everyone was used to get in line for Joshua and Wilder shots, but now they're all looking at each other like, let's just fight each other. That's like Bermane Stavern. If he loses, you lot was talking about where's he gonna go if he loses last time, Mario. And I was like, if he loses, he can go fight Charles Martin. He can go fight. That's what these guys like Lucas Brown and Dave Allen are doing. It's not the end of like, do you know what I mean? Do you know the winner of Lucas Brown, Dave Allen? They both said they want Price. Whoever wins gets David Price. They're having a little bum tournament over there. No, but they're doing something. You know what I mean? No,
I love the way you put that though.
Well, shoot, Joe Rushing can possibly beat all of them as well. Everyone can fight each other at their own levels. They don't need to sit there and become barometer fights for everyone else.
You're right. You're absolutely right, though. You're absolutely right.
Because you're gonna beat me, but I'll beat up Dave Allen. Fuck it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's such a good point.
All right, Blog Talk is definitely failing us at the moment. So I had another guest. This is 2 guests in a row. Fucking Blog Talk really blows. I had a guest at 9:30 that I just don't know how we're gonna get on because I can't even hear myself, and there's people in the queue. But you know,
are there?
Get out to Mastermind J Hardcore Boxing.
You, what's up there, my TBB family?
What up, Jay?
Not a whole lot, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing some heavyweight boxing. That's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, I would love to see Big Baby Miller against Anthony Joshua just for the media stuff because, I mean, I think Big Baby Miller gets up underneath Joshua's skin, man, heavily, man. And I think actually that will make a little effect in the fight for Joshua really coming at him, really trying to knock him out, man, just for animosity. And shit, at this point, Big Baby coming in at 315 pounds, man, that's not easy to knock out now. Plus, with a 315-pound man hitting you, it's a chance for Joshua to get knocked out too. So I think it'll be a great fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it happens. And I sure enough will be there since it's on the East Coast. But that's pretty much my call. As I always say, no shoplifting, share the show. Let's take it to the next level. That's my call. This JC from Hardcore Boxing News. I'm out of here.
Jay, thanks for calling in. Speaking of next level, we do want to announce that we've gotten a 33% on Patreon. So we want to thank everybody that continues to support and remind you to head on over to Patreon and catch yesterday's episode of Untitled. And definitely stay tuned today.
Damn, yesterday we went about 2 hours, didn't we? Shit, we talked some shit.
We did.
But, hey, goddamn Drake, man, you gotta quit that shit, homie.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
yeah. Lying on him.
Yeah, he light skinned. He over there catching feelings, boy.
Yeah, lying on Drake.
He catching feelings.
It always happens like that because he's better. He's a better rapper, so people gotta hate. You always put him at the top. For real.
Real quick.
Jeffrey, man, I've been atting you every time you call, Jeffrey. You just, you on your old man shit. You don't know how to fuck with Skype.
Listen. This is important right here. This is very important. We have 410 people in the chat, and we got 77 likes. 77 likes.
Mario,
77 thumbs up.
Yeah, that's.
Am I gonna have to just start picking off people.
Yo, you the one need to
writing verses.
You Manchester Mario is all you
yo,
hitting the button.
They ain't
I'm just gonna have to start,
bro.
I'm just gonna have to start picking these dudes
they
apart.
sticking us up, nigga. They ain't even doing shoplifting.
This is like Ocean's.
We come with the guns.
This is
Give us
Ocean's
what y'all
410 right here. You know what I'm saying? This is Ocean's 410. I know George Clooney's fucking around in the chat somewhere over here with y'all.
Nah, bro. They don't even have the decency to shoplift. They coming in with guns saying, "Give me what you got." No mask, no nothing. Give me what you got. Period. They out here grimy.
They got Justin hitting thumbs up. He told me, so y'all getting outplayed by a 12-year-old man. That y'all should feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yo, but I will say that
I'm trying to get this man to download the Skype app. We're gonna go out to Rodney. Talk to me.
What's going on, Rod?
That's Rod in 807, right?
870, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Damn, I'm
That's
all
right.
backwards. All backwards.
What's up, man?
What's good, brother? Talk to us. Good morning.
Nothing. I think that Baby and Joshua fight would be a good fight. I like to see him in with somebody I think could give him a threat. I think Baby will actually give him a threat, but I agree with you, Ness. He's the one that took the low ball offer. I wanted to call in yesterday, but I got on too late because I was doing something. The Wilder Fury fight in New York. I think New York is a okay place. I think Vegas would have been better for the super fight, but I agree with you. New York is becoming a mecca again of boxing, but to do it in Vegas, that would have been a whole lot better because a lot of people could travel to Vegas because it's a tourist destination. I think they would have got more fans there. I think it would have been a better atmosphere for everybody. That's pretty
Well,
much
it
all
ain't
I have.
definite, Rod. It ain't definite, but thanks for calling in. Listen, that's not definite news. You know, it's like I said, you see people choose to hear what they want, man. Like we preferenced in that show that the writer was clever.
Yeah, very clever.
You know, the writer wrote what he wanted you to believe, but then the story tells you that MGM is still a player.
Or there were still 3 places.
And still in negotiations. So, you know, it's not
to me, man, like if you're just on the outside looking in, and I don't know much about the sport, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy, JAG. But Vegas just makes the most sense for the tourists and the fighters, man. Fighters could probably make the most money in Vegas because they normally gonna give you a big site fee because they want the fans to come out to the casinos and drink up some alcohol and spend some money at the casino or go downtown and do what tourists do or whatever. And the fighters gonna benefit off that. So it's a win-win. And I think things are like, to me, not as expensive in
flights must be cheap for you because I'm hating the thought of having to pay $400.
Oh yeah, a flight.
And that's $450 for a regular ass seat. For a regular ass seat, okay, not no good seat where I can extend my big ass legs, nigga. If I want to sit in that emergency, I got to pay more, man. I don't want to.
Damn, I can't even imagine being Ness and sitting in coach,
bro. I don't want to.
Yo,
or
not coach, whatever it's called.
I'm gonna take a call, and then I'm gonna and in the meantime, I'll check what a flight would be for April 27th. You check what a flight would be, and you check what a flight would be starting now. Go ahead, guys. So we'll get to Touch Potential. Talk to me. Touch Potential on Skype.
Yo,
what's up, brother?
What's up, man? Yeah, I didn't catch most of the call, but I take it it's about potentially Joshua Miller.
Correct, Mundo.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling that, man. I've been wanting my boy Joshua to be fighting in the US of A for a long time. You know, that April 13th date never really filled me with joy in the first place, you know. Always wanted it to be Wilder, obviously, but yeah, man, fighting in the US of A, fighting in New York, man. That should be good, man. I am feeling that fight still. And yeah, I think Miller will be a good bit of opposition. You know, I don't think he's got punching power, so I can't see him doing too much. But I think he's going to be pretty resilient. You know, I'm just wondering why it's June and not April, because I wouldn't want it to jeopardize a fight with the other guys. You know, in the summer or the fall. So I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, if Miller then fights the winner of Fury and Wilder, that'll be all good for me, man. That'll be a good year.
I hear you, man. That sounds like a nice year to me.
It sounds like it does sound like a good year, you know. I don't know what's happened with Dillian Whyte, you know. He should have been fighting really, but I can see him like, I know there's all this talk about him being with PBC. I can see him being with PBC and with Hearns, just like a lot of other fighters. I don't think it's an either or either. Whyte.
Oh yeah. Totally agree. I told that. I said that to Mike. Thanks for calling in, though. Damn, man, my guest is saying he's downloading Skype, but I'm running. I don't want to keep him too long. Ron is almost on his way. Who else we got? We got Javier on the boomerang.
What up, Javier? My flight will be 3:04 round trip.
Oh man,
mine was 3:27
for those days.
From the Wednesday to the Sunday, like we always do.
I was doing Tuesday.
Okay.
You know, I do Fight or Ride, but I'll do Wednesday and see what it's.
Yeah, I did Wednesday.
Hold on, Javier, nigga. Javier, how long, nigga? We'll get to you, nigga. We talking right now.
Get back, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking. So we're gonna stretch that 24th to the 28th. Javier, check what the flight gonna be from the Bama. That's what we doing. Cause look at that, $600, bro.
God damn, that nigga shit double mine.
Look at that.
And it's like 3 months, 4 months in advance.
$600 for an AM flight, bro. Look, round trip, $600.
That's crazy.
And then look,
damn, bro,
cheapest at the top, which is probably gonna be with connections.
That's Southwest.
It's a this is United. Southwest. You want me to do 2 connections plus 600?
Yeah, I did Southwest. Mine was 300.
Yeah, so I did Southwest too.
I go to Southwest. Javier, come in on us. Talk to me.
You said what? But where you going?
Where else? Wilder Fury, April 27th.
Nigga said, where you going?
Las Vegas or
Las Vegas?
To Vegas. I can do that real quick. Give me a second.
Real quick. Give me a second.
Hold on. You said the 27th. I get that to you. I go to 24th to the 28th. You feel me? We get that in real quick. Bada
That's
bing,
what I
bada
said.
boom. Bada bing, bada boom. How you doing?
Even though I like the Tuesday for fighter arrival, but whatever, y'all white.
Do you?
You got jobs, nigga. That's a whole week.
This is my job. This is my job.
That's your job. It's not mine. we gotta be rational here, Nestor. All right,
Southwest
for me, 267.
Ooh, Javi got a nice price.
That ain't round trip though.
Yes, it is, my nigga. On Frontier.
Yo, look at this. Look at this.
On Frontier.
Check it out. Southwest.
He about to pay him some more money.
He about to
He about to have bags and shit.
Hey yo, look, Southwest is 6 a.m. and I get there at 11:25 in Vegas. It's still an 8-hour flight plus one stop. Is 201. That's one way. That's one way. I still got to get the other way.
I got
okay, and here we go. Here we go. 6 a.m. Another 8-hour and 40-minute fucking flight plus a 268 thing. So altogether, again, like I said, over 450 plus 16 hours of travel. Nigga, I'll punch somebody in the face. No way.
But I got American Airlines for 303.
Man,
you ain't traveling from
American Airlines for me is 401.
Let that fight come to New York and fuck that Vegas bullshit.
Bro, I thought Vegas was cheap, nigga, to fly there. Shit.
Yo, I did the Tuesday like you did, Ness, and it went up to 401.
I bet you if I do Tuesday, it's cheaper too. Look,
probably so.
Well, this ain't even. You can't even get, it's so sad you can't get nonstop with that's why I've been stopped.
I know, man. You can't get you sure because I gotta go to fucking Dallas for an hour.
Only to Florida, you could get a nonstop. You know what I'm saying? I will never fly Southwest again unless it's like a Border Wars because they give you 2 free bags.
Why people calling you an idiot though? What's going on?
It's all right.
Hey, if I go Tuesday, I can get on Delta for $294.
All right, Javier, man, you ain't got to rub it in, nigga. Y'all got a small airport.
No, I'm talking about. I'll be flying out of Atlanta though. I won't.
You take a 4-hour drive to.
Nigga, it's a 2-hour drive. What are you talking about?
Still tripping.
Yeah, it's cheaper when I do that. When I drive to San Antonio, it's so much cheaper.
Yeah. Mike, why would I fly out of Birmingham and pay like
fucking $700.
She moved in, bro.
This motherfucker here.
She moved to Atlanta. They got a lot of black people in Atlanta.
Man,
I'm telling you, man, that they probably need a lot of network engineers out there in Atlanta.
Well, let me check this text, man. We're gonna have
Tyler
to
Perry might need one.
we're gonna have to reschedule this one, bro. Let's be out because we got plans in the Philadelphia area. You know, if you want any questions asked to Eddie Hearn, you already know what to do. Head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Click on the Ask Eddie Hearn a question. Put your question in there. Have me or Ron ask it. Also, we have an Ask Tevin Farmer question post on there as well that you can get your likes in and do your thing. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep it moving. Yeah. So if anybody wants to ask me a question, call in. Hit up Skype. Anybody. The phone is completely open, you know?
Yo. You can go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, you can go ahead, Mario.
All right. I was just going to say you catch me at Mario McGee on Twitter, at Mario McGee on Instagram. And I have been already started yesterday with my cardio for Border Wars. I'm looking for chumps. I'm looking for chumps that are ready to catch this left. You know what I'm saying? Catch this left. And it could be night for you. You know what I'm saying? But I started running, me and my dog, me and Canella. I couldn't keep up with her yesterday, but tonight or this morning, man, I was out running that little bitch. You know what I'm saying? She could not keep up with me. I swear to God. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't run very far, but I'm starting. That's the whole point. My girl, she's doing all my meal prepping. I'm taking this so serious, yo. Listen to me. I'm gonna buy some fly ass shorts. My girl already said for Valentine's Day she's gonna get me some new gloves, right? I think I'm gonna get them to match. Yo, I think I'm gonna get the Mexican flag on my shorts, Mexican flag on my gloves, and I'm gonna match. You know what I'm saying? Reyes, Cleto Reyes. You feel me?
You better get the win, man. You better get the win. I mean, so, like, anyway, we'll do that on the Border Wars show. Let me get to Akan right here because Akan, I believe, is the same Akan that emailed me and possibly wants to be a UK host.
That's Jack is the truth, ain't it?
Nah. Akin is.
Yeah.
What's up,
Akan? Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you, brother.
Yeah, AJ Miller. You know what? I think at first I thought, you know what, White does deserve a title shot, which I think he does. But at the end of the day, I do agree with what you said, Mario. White is the bigger fight. But in terms of the more important fight, it's absolutely Miller. Because at the end of the day, AJ could take that White fight, beat White, and it doesn't really do anything. If anything, it puts him in a worse position when it comes to Wilder and Fury because they're going to have another incredible fight in America. So AJ needs to go over to America and establish himself. He's pushing on, 29, turning 30 this year. He hasn't actually fought in America yet at all, even in his amateur days or anything at all. So I think the American fight does a lot for him. And Jarell Miller seems like he wants to take that fight. So I think build-up wise and knowing Eddie Hearn, how he's going to sell it. AJ's finally making his US debut. He's going to manage, I think, to convince a lot of UK fans to follow AJ to America to watch this fight. He's going to say, they're going to sell it out. He's going to put all that pressure on selling out Madison Square Garden for this huge fight. So I think, if anything, it's going to do a lot for, it might not be the spectacular name you want him to fight this year or want him to fight right now, but it's going to do a lot for his career if he does put on a huge show in New York.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
that was a good point.
The same kind of emailed me or what?
Yeah, same guy that emailed you, but I thought you had Rafi on the show. Obviously, I don't see him a lot there, but
Rafi doesn't know. He doesn't want to be on the show. He wants to, do his own thing and follow his own set of rules. We on this show like to communicate with each other so that we know what topics we're doing. This way you don't come on the show, you don't receive a link 5 minutes before and you just have to wing it. We like to talk before that.
Yeah, so that makes get some research,
research. I mean, Rafi has me painted out as this bad guy in the chat. I want Rafi to ask the chat or tell the chat how many times he talked to Mike, Mario, Akin, which is Jack, maybe Joel, maybe Joseph. Like, how many people in the production chat he hasn't talked to because of his lack of communication? There's no way for him to talk to him if you can't graduate to that level. And this is exactly why we don't just put anyone in the production chat, because what if it doesn't work out? Now I've exposed 20 people's personal phone number to someone that isn't with us. So you have to meet a certain criteria and you know, and last, so that we know that you're the one. I mean, Jack is the truth is in there with us every day, and he's loving it. He's loving it. Shout out to Jack, man. I wish there were more like him, I swear. The UK just don't make them that much. I mean, there's only one Jack.
Yo, all the UK guys in the chat are awesome. They really
man.
are.
Shout out my guy Elms, man.
Oh yeah, Elms.
Can't let my guy Elms, man. Elms.
Oh yeah, I forgot Elms. Elms is also with us in the pre-pro, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like you have to, you know, show that you're. I'm not gonna go above and beyond, bro. Like, you have to show that this is what you want, because we already have something going on.
Hey, homie, what's going on, bro? We muted you once, man. Meet you again.
That's Rafi. You know, he again, he knows the rules, and this is what I'm saying. Like,
he coming for your head.
Too old for that. Like, you know, we're trying to run a smooth ship. Ever since December, we've been doing morning shows consistently. We've been very consistent with our 5 Patreon shows a day.
And it shows, like the numbers have gone up. I mean, it shows.
It has to be on the same page. If we don't have a team that's on the same page, then, you know, there is no team. And
look at the betting shows. Like, look, I'm not gonna say that they were obviously very good when y'all started them, right? But they were kind of like y'all winged it. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, we all know on Friday it's coming. I do my research. Like, I get on, I start looking at bets. I start looking at, okay, if I put this prop, like, we put in the time and work for Patreon so that we can, and we've made people money. Yo, do you know how many people followed that Oscar Rivas pick that were showing me their betting ticket, and they made some serious dough?
I wish I would have followed that Oscar Rivas pick.
You know, but we're in the green, yo. We're in the green on the show.
Versus Jennings? Damn.
Let me get to Rafi, brother. Let me get to Rafi, because everyone,
yes,
everyone is available to call in here. This
Nestor, you are a lie.
You can get.
You have been lying on my name, Nestor.
You can get censored.
You have been lying on me.
You can't get censored if you call in. I respect people that call in. It's almost like getting in the ring. Talk to me, Mr. Rafi. Rafi, you're on mute, buddy. I be having to teach my grandfather how to fuck with technology. Too, man.
Rafi old as hell, nigga.
He taking shots. He taking shots already.
This is why we
taking shots already.
This is why okay, the dude can't fuck with technology.
He an old pumpkin.
Rafi,
yo, it was like out of nowhere too. It was just like a shot straight to the gut.
Rafi.
Oh my god!
And he's there. That's the saddest part.
What the fuck? I'm here.
Oh, here we go.
See, 5 minutes to get on. I should have had the clock going.
Yeah, you should have had the clock going. Yes, to the motherfucking yes. Listen, sometimes, you know, people just have to part ways. Yeah. It clearly was not TBV and Rafi. It seems wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? I wish you guys nothing but the best. You know, wish you guys great things, but you know, Big Boss Dog Rafi is not the type of guy who's gonna fucking jump through hoops. The way I work is I let somebody know my availability at the beginning of the week, and then they choose when they need my services. Bro, I'm not gonna be on a daily, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what kind of shoes you wearing? Hey, I'm wearing my silk socks today. Fuck that shit. Just don't do it. I was available and free for anyone to communicate with, but I understand that we all have different communication styles. Yeah. You guys all have my number.
I have your number. But listen, I'm not going to sling any mud. I thought I communicated enough. You thought I didn't communicate enough, but we all have different communication styles. Like I said, I'm a type of guy let you know at the beginning of the week
I mean,
that I'm
I'm the type of guy that tells the truth. So it's better for you not to use hypotheticals and just be very direct with the actual facts of the story.
Okay, let's go.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna walk you through it. This is you airing it out. This is you telling the people why you're not on the show. So I'm just saying, do a good job at it, because don't get mad when I then come around and tell the truth.
No, listen. If you are accusing me once again of being a liar, then that would be unfortunate. Better, rather than that, you've got the list of texts between us. Once again, put those out. You know what I'm saying? I give you permission to put the texts that we have shared, particularly yesterday, any text, whenever we've shared them, I give you full permission.
Yesterday would be good. Let's talk about yesterday.
Put the text out from yesterday.
No, let's
go.
Let's discuss yesterday. Why do you think, what happened between our last conversation and this morning, Rafi?
What happened between? Hold on a second. Whoa. Let's kill the sound on that. Okay. What happened on my end? I had a good day. I don't know what happened on your end. What your end? What do you wish to discuss? What area? Feel free. Tell the people.
I'm just wondering why, when yesterday we finished talking, we kind of made it clear that we both wanted to communicate more so that we can come together and make sure that you're on the show. That didn't happen though, right?
What didn't happen? We had a conversation yesterday. That was communication.
Okay.
And then today, there is no link.
You see what I'm saying? You don't see an issue there?
What did you say? How was there an issue? We had a conversation yesterday.
All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna wrap it up. Me and Ron got to go to Philly, but I'll just call you. But it's real difficult for you. You see, like, he doesn't get it. Like yesterday, I asked for him to communicate and say, yeah, I want to be on the show. Yeah. What's the topic? And then like none of that happens today. I don't really get him, but like whatever, man. You're wasting time. We gotta go. Let me see. Because Ron is about to show up in about 40 minutes. So Jeffrey, it looks like you finally connected. Are you ready, my friend? Jeffrey, go.
Yo, what's poppin', TBV?
What up?
Ralphie, shut that soft shit up, nigga. You want to hear that? You don't give a fuck. Yo, about this Miller and Joshua shit, that shit sound poppin'. I'm fucking with it. I'm really tired of these motherfuckers. They beat up some nigga that Wilder broke apart. Almost end the nigga career. Now he's supposed to be nice. This Kawakaki nigga talking about, oh, give me my belt, boy. We'll take your head off, nigga. It's Bomb Squad. I holler at y'all. Ralphie, you soft, nigga. Get on TBV.
Nigga said Kawakaki, boy.
Kawasaki on him. I love that one. That was fire.
Oh man.
Let me see. We got Deej, my man Deej. Yo, when Deej gonna step it up, man? Deej.
Yo, my man. Yo, you can hear me.
Oh, we hear you.
Yeah, what's up? Yo, about time we got rid of that frigging piece of crap. He ain't got no fucking class. My only disappointment is they never kicked him out before. This guy's going to be very butthurt in the chat. I'm really hoping the new UK guy steps it off, that you draft. But this dude's got no class. Carrying on like he's going on to bigger and better things. Boxing Voice is number one. Number one. You just could have hack it. And this dude's just going to be butthurt in the chat. Where the moderators at? Kick this dude out. This little sweet boy. You know what? This dude was trash. I've always said you was trash. You can tell you weren't watching the fights when he was telling you that, I watched Khalil Golovkin in the bar. I didn't know if it was on pay-per-view or not. That he was just making the crap up. Yeah, I'm glad he's gone. Hopefully you get somebody more knowledgeable or more dedicated, and somebody's going to show the Boxing Voice the respect that it deserves. So yeah, I just wanted to say my bit about that. Yeah, peace.
Deej, man, thanks for calling in, brother.
That was like perfect timing right there. Oh my god.
The drive-by.
Shots fired.
He must have been a scheduled guest that you didn't tell us about.
Nah.
I'm bullshitting.
After him,
I'm
bro.
bullshitting. I know.
Dominique and Chris. Hey, T Plums, I've been trying to connect you on Skype, man. What's up? Yo, these guys with these Skype names, bro. It's so crazy. Dominique or Dominique and Chris on Skype going once. Dominique, all right, whatever. I'm trying to connect T Plums. There you go. Found you, homie. My man been trying to call in for like a week. See, is he gonna get added now?
Oh my god, these people are just letting Ralphie have it in the chat. God damn.
They said Ness had him on standby. No, I didn't.
That's what I said.
Deej calls in all the time. He always calls in to get on Ralphie. That ain't me. Okay, T, what up, T? What is it? Torrance in Florida. Talk to me.
Hello, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. What up?
Yep.
Finally good to get through. Give me a second. I'm walking out the door. Yeah, what's up? Y'all hear me?
We hear you, brother. You finally made it.
Good.
Yeah, I finally made it. What's up, y'all, boy?
Good.
We good.
I'm good. So, I ain't really tuned in today like that because I was listening to the last 10 minutes or whatever. But I do want to say I'm glad y'all got rid of that dude. Well, not got rid of him, but he left or whatever because Rub just be talking nonsense. But the whole AJ and Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte, we all know it's gonna be Dillian Whyte. It always was gonna be. What they doing now, they trying to like do that little thing where, they trying to make it look like, we don't want Dillian Whyte, so they give him a low blow. But I don't trust nothing Eddie Hearn do, to be honest with you. He a con artist. The UK Sheet follow that dude. I don't know why. Well, I guess I know why they support their people and not, but we all knew this was gonna happen. I believe this was gonna happen the whole time. Now that I know how to get through, I'm gonna call in more often, but that's my call. Appreciate it.
Definitely call in more often, man. We definitely would love to hear from you more. So yeah, man, you're absolutely right in terms of the fight. Oh man, these people in the chat, goddamn, they are just so funny. We need to do a comment creeping Thursday with like just the chat. Like the chat is fire. I'm telling you. They ain't always nice, but they always keep it real. Yo, somebody hit me up talking about Fight Night Champions. Listen, I have Fight Night Champions. Like, I kept my PS3 just for Fight Night Champions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my Xbox One, but I got my PS3. I'll never throw it away. I'll never give it up just for Fight Night Champions. Like, I won't pawn it. I don't care if my girl need a kidney. I don't care if they about to pawn her. I'd rather pawn her engagement ring than pawn my PS3 because I got to play my Fight Night Champions. I don't play it all the time as much as I would like to, but I played it last night because, like I said, I'm working on a video, trying to get my shit together. And I was like, man, let me play this. I wanted to put a little list together. So I'm gonna have my dream list of who I would like to be on there. Should be dope. Any more callers, Ness?
Hello?
Yes, we do have one more caller, but he is not a caller. He's actually a special treat. I believe he is connected. We have Joey Scott. He is the strength and conditioning coach of Deontay Wilder. And obviously with Wilder and Fury on the break happening, I wanted to get him in here and ask a couple of questions. Joey, are you there?
I'm here. What's good, my man? How you doing this?
Oh, man, we're good. First and foremost, I just want to go ahead and go to your page because I want to give everyone your accolades, let them know. Right. Actually, you do that for me because the first time I had that conversation with you, it was off air and it was a bit, I was sad because, you tied in how your pedigree comes from the strength and conditioning coach to, you know, Sean Porter, Caleb Plant, Badu Jack, all use Coach Larry Wade, and you have ties to that. If you could just tell the world how it is that you came to, you know, do the job that you do outside of Deontay Wilder.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for having me on. You know, I love your show, man. If y'all ain't messing with the Boxing Voice, then y'all sleep, man. But anyway, I most definitely have been to 3 Olympics as an Olympic coach. I've been to 10 World Championships. I've coached about 14 Olympians. And I mean, that's where my background comes from, man. I've been in the game for speed and conditioning and strength ever since 07. At the end of 07, I retired from professional track and field myself. And that's when I had my first Olympian at Beijing Olympics. And then ever since then, you know, it took off. You know, now I'm out here with about 20 Olympians that I'm coaching right now as we speak. But that's where my specialty came from. I got certifications, of course, in USA Track and Field. I got certifications in the bioanalysis of the human body, in strength training. And my ties to Larry Wade, man, that's like my big bro, man. We both come from Texas. Larry Wade went to Texas A&M. He ran track. He's one of the reasons why I chose to do the hurdles in college. I graduated from the University of Oklahoma, of course, but that's my ties with him. And of course, when I don't know something, when I'm at a mental block, I don't hesitate to call some of my mentors, him being one of them, to get the answer. But that's where my background comes from. This is what I do every day. This is what I do day and night. I'm at the track now. I've been up since 5 o'clock, and I don't leave the track until 9 o'clock, training various athletes, NFL players, NBA players, or even the youth that do various sports on speed and conditioning. You know, down here in Miami, they know that when they looking for speed, it's only one way to get it, and that's to come to True Fit Athletics down here in Miami.
Now, I seen that you got Chris Bates over there. Is that just pictures because he's your brother, or like is he preparing for some sort of Olympic or something?
Man, let me tell you this, man. Chris is a hard worker, man. And one of the things that I love about Chris, of course, Chris, he do our security as well. So he likes to stay fit. We don't hire a security. We our own security. So Chris wanted to come out here, take a little time off, and he wanted to train with me to see what my professional athletes go through on a daily basis. And he did a hell of a job, man. Like, he came out here, he went through the fire with him, and he did a great job, man. And he got the opportunity to kind of see my schedule. He got the opportunity to kind of see behind the scenes, like you said, out the ring. He got the opportunity to see what I do in my Oval Office. You know what I mean? Which is the track. So, he saw all the various athletes, all the various sports come to me and get that work, man. But he did a hell of a job, man. So, but he looked at me like, man, this is what they go through, man. This is what they go through, man. But he did a great job, man. I'm proud of him.
Hey, how you doing, Joey? It's Martin Mungia here for TBV. Listen, here's a question that this is specific to Wilder, but at the same time, it's always something I really wanted to know. So we got names floating around. Obviously, we're narrowed down to Fury now, right? We're assuming that's going to happen. If you have any more insight you could give us, that'd be great. But I've always wondered, as far as strength and conditioning goes, is there a set plan for a specific fighter? I would assume if you're going to fight a guy who throws a ton of punches, maybe you're going to work on cardio more. I mean, if you're going to fight a bigger guy, you're going to work on strength more. But just what are the hurdles between you being there, trying to do your job, and fights not getting set? Because I mean, you got to have time to work, right? But when fights don't get set, how does that interfere with your ability to do your job?
It really don't, because my plans are already in place. You understand? And when you're dealing with different types of fighters, just such as you said, let's say that you're dealing with a Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he's a mover. You know what I mean? He's a guy that takes advantage of the whole ring. He don't just sit there and exchange blows with you. You understand? He's in and out, and then when the knockout comes, it just comes. But with him, I work strategically on agility. I work on agility with him. And then when it comes to the strength training, of course, we don't have him lifting heavy. He don't lift a lot of heavy weight, but we do the weight that he can manage to where he's able to continue to keep his flexibility. Because if you ever seen Deontay, he has a lot of flexibility. He didn't used to have it, but now he has it. So we want to make sure we don't bulk him up too big to where he can't move and use his strengths around the ring. As far as the planning and fights not getting made, we just stick to the game plan that we put in place. And if things change, then it's just changed. We know how to adjust to that. Because me as a strength and conditioning coach, I have to be able to switch it up and acknowledge that, okay, there's a plan. He's fighting somebody a little bit different, somebody that moves a lot like him, or he's fighting somebody that's stationary. But that's why my plans are already in place. Just like my Olympians that I coach, I don't make my plans day by day. My plans go for 4-year increments, leading all the way up to the Olympic Games. So it's already in place. So it's easy for me, if plans do change, it's easy for me to go ahead and switch up if I have to. It's very easy. The only thing I need to do is just go to my book, look, okay, this is what we need to do then. And that way it won't be a big, major static within that training.
Yeah, that sounds very, very prepared. Oh, let me just ask you real quick. What's the champ bench press? Can you just give us that? I just want to know.
Man, you know what? We haven't maxed out on bench like that. We don't, when it comes to him, we don't really max out that much like that.
What you think he got in him though? What you think he got in him?
Oh, I think Champ can bench press like 300, man. He can go 300 now for a day. Because think about it.
Wow.
Think about it. You're dealing with a heavyweight boxer that he's used to throwing punches. Think about the push position that he throws. A boxer pushes every time they throw a punch. And think about the guys that he's hitting. Tyson Fury was 260, 250 some pounds, right? Then you got Deontay Wilder, who was 209. Okay, think about how much force application Deontay got to push out with, and you mean to tell me he can't bench press? You see what I'm saying? In order to hurt a guy like that, he's always the smallest guy in the ring. That's what people got to understand. Deontay is always the smallest guy in the ring, right? But don't get the misconception when you're dealing with bench press. That's cool and all, but like with my studies and what I do, I don't focus so much on the strength of an explosive athlete. People get the misconception of strength and explosiveness. Those are two different increments. Strength is a bodybuilder. Explosiveness is an elite athlete that deals with the field of play of movement.
That makes tons of sense. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, you get a bodybuilder and tell him to jump on a 42-inch box. you know what I'm saying? It's going to be very rare that you see him.
Oh, I'll bust my ass, yeah.
but you get a guy that deals with nothing but explosiveness, deals with plyometrics, deal with things like that, then he'll do that all day. You see what I'm saying? So in the sport of boxing, it's about explosiveness, not about who's stronger. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Joe,
that's just how I look at it.
So I wanted to ask, because obviously when we seen him come in at 209, the Wilder fans got worried. So was that more of him being sick, or was that you overworking him in camp?
Right. And you know what? I don't do the whole overworking thing. One thing that Deontay is good at, he's good at listening to his body. So regardless, if I want to train him that day, if Deontay feels as though that he's tired or his body's breaking down, he will not go. You see what I'm saying? So he's the boss on that. Like he does a good job on listening to his body. The only thing that I do is say, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I don't say, no, you got to come in. So it wasn't so much of the working, overworking. I think it was so much of eating at specific times, and the stress. Don't forget they had to promote the fight. It's a lot that go into it. We was actually shocked when he was 209. We were shocked. Even he was shocked. He was like, what? You know what I mean? Because he felt great. Deontay felt great, and he goes off of how he feel. He felt great. We tapered off when we were supposed to. That's another thing. As a coach, we get a lot of strength coaching and people that want to work with D, and they want to overdo it. They want to, hey, may I have him not walking the next day? And it's not about that. It's about managing his body because he's getting older and not working harder, but working smarter. And that's me. I coach with caution when an athlete is like that. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't so much that he was getting overworked. It was just the simple fact that it could have been anything. It could have been, you know, his eating habits, making sure that he eats, because, you know, Deontay, he really eats, you know, after workout or before a workout, because he always likes staying light, you know, when you're going into sparring and things like that. But he felt great. He looked amazing. You know, it was just one of those things where, you know, we have to, you know, he reevaluated what he was doing, and it's going to work out. You know what I mean? But we was real shocked when he was 209, because he still had his power, and, you know, we didn't overwork him. It was just one of those things that he reevaluated his self, and he's going to make the adjustments that he needs to make.
Now, watching the way that fight took place and how much movement Fury had, are you cooking together a new plan? Does he need more speed to be able to catch up to Fury, since Fury's going to be on the move?
You know what? To be honest with you, the only thing really that got D was when he slightly got away from the game plan and just wanted to get him out of there. Okay, think about it. When you're swinging for the fences trying to get a guy out of there, that takes a lot out of you. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you're swinging and you're missing. But D was hitting him. It's just the fact that Tyson Fury does it. We already knew Tyson Fury can move. We already knew that. We already knew that Tyson Fury has boxing skills. We already knew that. So of course you already know when it comes to the judge's favor, you already know that it's the person that looks the busiest is probably going, you know, the fight is probably going to get narrowed down closer. But with Deontay, he just got away from the game plan a little bit. He acknowledged that, and I think that nothing really has to change. Of course, you know, we still. I think when we go back in the camp, I'm going to work a lot more on his stability. So if he do swing and miss it, he has a lot more better balance. You see what I'm saying? We'll do a lot more core work. We'll do a lot more SOAD work and things like that, and stability work. But as far as making a big change in the training, it's not going to be very much that change like that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the athlete has to be able to execute within the square circle. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? And I think that he's going to really execute this time. He just got a little overwhelmed with trying to get him out of there and things like that. But hey, we human, just like fans, just like you said, the Deontay fans got worried. Well, it's fans, you already know you're dealing with a fine line when you're dealing with fans. Because the only time a fan blow, and I heard Deion Sanders say that, the only time a fan blow is when it's hot. You understand? So the fans got to understand that nobody's perfect. An athlete is not perfect. So you're going to run into situations where the athlete displays some errors within the fight. But like this Deontay Wilder, everybody want to see this perfect, a perfect human being. And it don't always happen that way. So we're not going to change that much going into this next count. But we are going to make sure that we make the adjustments we need to make in order for him to execute properly.
Now, Joey, let me ask you this, okay? Because listen, Deontay might not be perfect, but I will tell you that he is a freak of nature with power. And I've always heard from boxing trainers, not strength and conditioning coaches. That's why I want to ask you this. Right. I've always heard from trainers that it doesn't necessarily matter sometimes how much a guy comes in. Like if you have natural power, like a guy like Deontay, you can come in lighter, you can come in a little heavier. You're still going to maintain that same power because it's so God-given and inherent. With Deontay, is his power always going to be his power? It doesn't matter what size he's in. It doesn't necessarily matter what weight he comes in. Is that true or no?
That is very much true. That is very much true. Size do not mean anything when you have the natural gift of power. It don't mean anything. That power is always going to be there. I give you a prime example. My wife, she's a 3-time Olympian. My wife is 5'2". Okay, she's naturally gifted with power. You understand? She's naturally gifted with that. My wife can power clean over 200 pounds. She's 5'2" and weighs 124 pounds. So size don't mean anything when you have natural ability to display power. He was born with power. That's one thing that you cannot teach. The only thing that you can do is enhance the gift that he already has. That's the only thing you can do. But as far as, will the power ever leave them? No. Once you got power naturally, you're always going to keep that power unless you just get really lazy and don't do anything for the rest of your life. You understand? But as far as you, when you stay, if you're an elite athlete and you're still in the field of play, then your power is going to stay, no matter what, because he's born with it. That's what God gave him. God gave him power, so he's forever going to have. But think, man, the man was 209 and still was in the. Think about it, the 12th round. The 12th round, he was still able to display and maximize his gift. It's not too many boxers out there that can do that. 12 rounds and able to still knock a person out on fatigue body. That's amazing. Like you said, he's a freak of nature. He's a freak of nature. You know what I mean? And it's not that many. It's less than 0.1% of freaks of nature out there. It's only one Deontay Wilder. There's only one Usain Bolt. You understand what I'm saying? There's only one Michael Phelps. It's less than 0.01% of people that's freaks of nature. And Deontay Wilder he fits into that category.
Well, Joe, man, I want to thank you. I know you're training a bunch of athletes right now on the track. We're definitely going to get you back on soon as camp starts and, and maybe get you on a little bit more, man. We're having our own little Border Wars series where some of these guys are getting off the couch instead of talking so much crap about fighters like Wilder. They're actually going to get in the ring. So maybe you can give us a couple of tips on cutting weight for average Joes on the next time we get you on. No pun intended with the average Joe. But Joe, give everybody your social media so they can follow you and get a little bit closer to what it is that you do.
Most definitely. You can follow me at TrueFit Athletics. That's TRUFIT Athletics on IG. You can get at me. You can see the things that I do. You can see the athletes that I coach. You can just get a little piece of me. You can see, how the athletes interact with me and how I interact with the athletes. And looking forward, man, add me on, and like my videos and pics.
All right, Joe. Well,
yes, sir. Thank you, Joe.
And we'll definitely get you back on. There you have it. Strength and conditioning coach to the stars, to the Olympians, and to the only one Deontay Wilder, Joey Scott. It's going to be interesting to get him back on as it's closer. I was interested in hearing that answer about the 209 and whether or not it was, sickness or really grinding out. Some fighters tend to work a lot because it's the big fight.
Well, and that's why I piggyback off of that question, because so many people said that, oh man, if he came in what he would have come in before, he would have knocked out Fury, or like that those extra pounds that were missing were the difference between him not getting up at all that night. But I that's not true. And I'm so glad that we had him on and he cleared up these myths, because people don't understand that there's a difference between power, strength, muscle, like all that is so different. And Deontay Wilder, like, say what you want about his boxing skills, and I'll admit I've been critical of his boxing ability at times, but that man has always got a chance with the best in the world, because he has got this freak of nature power that is just it is like watching Vince Carter dunk. It's like watching Barry Bonds hit well, maybe not. I shouldn't use Barry Bonds. It's like watching, Ken Griffey hit home runs. That was the safest one I could come up with. It's like watching Michael Jordan play, like LeBron play, Kobe play. Like it is elite. I'm talking about in the world. There is no one else that could do what he does, or at least very, very few. I mean, talking about, like, what did he say? 0.01% of the world, probably less than that. And so I'm glad that got cleared up, because while size can definitely add power with some people, when you have that God-given ability to knock a man clean out his body, knock his soul out his body, it don't really matter if you're 5, even 10 pounds less. It's you got that power, man.
Yeah, man. Look, interesting to see that back in the ring. That's what we're all excited for. This one ran a little bit over. Don't forget to participate on our Axe series. Axe series basically is Axe Whatever Fighter. Today we'll be seeing Eddie Hearn and Tevin Farmer and we're heading on this road. It's snowing out here in the East Coast. Ron is on a train over to my neck of the woods. We're gonna jump on the road and be out and get you guys, the best interviews possible that we can get. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show, helps us grow. It lets us know you appreciate the hard work that Monday through Friday morning show. Don't forget to tune in on our flagship show Thursday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 p.m. Yeah, Deej, no super chats, man. No love today. No love today. Did they give us any super chats? Let me see. I'll let you know right now. Refresh the page. Oh, there is actually a lot. Sorry. So Deej says, shouting out TBV viewers. Let me turn this off, Deej. Thanks for the reminder. Shouting out TBV viewers, viewers JM, Jim, Jake Clearly, and Sid UK for their fire comments. Jeffrey Rodriguez says, yo, add me on Skype, Ness. I did, Jeffrey, and you spoke. Thanks for calling in because you had definitely great energy. Robin Bradley says, talking boxing, fellas, we're not here for this. You're right, but sometimes you got to air it all out. T Plums says, good riddance. And Phantom Brawler says, never liked that dude anyway. Short temper and doesn't know shit about boxing. And Deej says, piss off, Rafi, UK accent. Rafi, and listen, Rafi still could come back. He still got my number. He just got to fucking communicate. You know what I mean?
I feel you, man.
We need a UK guy. We need someone to stand up. I wish we could fucking, do a copy of Jack. He can't be on the road and be on the show. But, man, I like Deej. I like Michael, too. And let's see what happens with a Khan, right? Anthony couldn't make it work with his schedule, unfortunately. But at least he was honest. Don't forget, we got brand new interviews with Richard Comey, Jarell Miller, Polly Malignaggi, Anthony Yard, Keith Thurman, Josecito Lopez. And today we're going to be getting you about a dozen more. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel right here at youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice. My name is Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And for more exclusive content, 5 separate podcasts, 5 different days a week, head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Peace. No social media for the Munguia. We out.
I had already given it to him.